Hi, I'm eating candy. Needed some sugar. It's not very good, but welcome to my CoverGirl Live. Yay! Oh, okay. This is where it gets complicated. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Hiram, it says you have to upgrade your app in order to join. So, perhaps I'll stop and then can you comment so I know that you can go upgrade your app? That's so weird. Was that normal? I don't know why I keep eating this. It's terrible. Okay. I'll be right back. Let me make sure. Oh. I think it worked. Hold on. Okay.
Hi.
I was like, oh no, not a technical problem. You need to update your app.
I know, just my luck. I was like, no, but thankfully I was able to upgrade fast. Thank you for telling me. Otherwise, I was so confused.
Of course. How do I turn off commenting? Sorry. It's
All good, no
distracting.
worries.
So we're turning that off and we're here. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I love your outfits. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You're in Hawaii, right?
Yes, good memory. Yep, I'm in Hawaii. Are you in
Canada.
Canada. Okay, because I saw your story. Yeah,
We're on very opposite weather patterns. It's really windy. It's really windy here right now, but the sun's out and it's supposed to be kind of like springy weather. My dog's attacking my foot, Milo. It's supposed to be nice spring weather, but I'm like, where in Hawaii do you live?
So I live in Oahu, Honolulu.
Okay.
So thankfully I love Canada so much, but I don't know how you handle the cold there. It gets so cold.
I don't know if I handle it very well. Especially my skin. My skin breaks out really badly in cold weather. I went away this past weekend to a ski town, and my skin, I came back and I had 3 cystic pimples on my face when I came back.
Oh no.
So I'm like, hey, tell me if you know any things that will help out with some cystic pimples, because oh my God, Milo, stop. He's moving my tripod.
You're fine, don't worry about it. Oh my gosh, cystic even. That's right.
Yes.
I can relate. I always struggled with breakouts and really, really noticeable ones when I lived in a cold area. But the second I moved to a tropical environment, it was it just everything cleared up, and I was like, yep, I'm gonna stay in this environment.
I guess I need to move to Hawaii. That's the only solution here.
Have you been before?
I've been to Kauai.
Oh, beautiful.
And it was genuinely the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. But I've never been to Oahu, but now I know I can stay with you when I come, right?
Yeah. Just chill with me. I'll take you on hikes. I'll take you to the beach.
I can't wait. That sounds amazing. Thank you for doing this.
Of course. Yeah, I'm so excited. I have a bunch of questions I want to ask you. But first off, thank you for being willing to do this live. It's so cool to talk and just connect. It's so awesome.
Of course. Thank you so much. I'm here for any and all questions, and I'm sure I have questions for you as well, you skincare guru. I need help right now.
Hey, any questions you have, I'm happy to answer. And we can, if you want, at the end, delve into the whole breakout in the cold cystic pimples problem. But first off, first it's like you said, it's spring, which I hope, is it warming up there at all, starting to get warm?
The sun's out, thankfully. It rained yesterday, but it's gonna start to warm up next week, I think. So it's not tropical weather, but it's better than what it is now.
Yeah, a lot better. I mean, that's the thing for me. I'm like, you know what? The only months I'm going to visit Canada are in the spring and summer months because I don't know if I can handle any other time. But I'm glad the sun is out at least. Are you excited that it's springtime?
I really am. I love after a dark, long winter, I love when the sun doesn't set at 4 p.m. So I am more than happy that it's springtime. I feel like I can bust out my spring colors.
Yes.
And I honestly, I'm digging this, my little, don't look at my cystic
No,
pimple.
you're fine.
You can, but it's my lip tint. I usually don't wear
Oh,
things on my lips, but honestly, I really enjoy this clean, fresh lip tint that I'm modeling today. Feels very springy, makes me feel like I'm celebrating the spring with my makeup.
yeah, it's so pretty. Plus, the color combination with the outfit is like perfect. I get very like spring flowers type vibe. I love it.
Thank you. Yes, this is swipe ripe, if anyone's
Right,
wondering.
right. You know, I have actually used skin tints in the past, and even though I don't necessarily feel like someone who like rocks lip colors all the time. I do like them because it's like super hydrating. Is it like a hydrating like a
Yeah, I mean I've had this on for 30 plus minutes and it's
nice.
still there. It's still rocking and it's not going anywhere. So I'm a
Oh,
fan. I'm
nice.
happy with it.
That's awesome. I saw you were, it was so funny. I saw you were eating candy at the beginning, and like literally the way I know it's springtime is when Easter candy goes on sale, and I just go crazy.
Honestly, I'm
I
eating
love
these. I'm not going to shout out the brand because it's not very good, but it's like these little gummy ropes things, and they're not good. They're not good. But I'm a big candy person, and I
yeah.
love. Shout out to my dad. My dad and I always eat Peeps
Oh my gosh.
around
Love
Easter.
Peeps. I
I
love Peeps.
know.
And I get so much hate, and I don't understand why. Like, people hate them. I love Peeps.
Peeps get all the hate. I'm like, you guys don't know what you're missing.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess along that line, like when it comes to spring, do you like to like change what you eat in the springtime or like adjust like any of your routines? Or you said like your beauty routine with the new lip color, like do you make any changes when it comes
I
to
feel like when it's springtime, I'm more inclined to wear pink and
okay.
to I don't know why. I feel like I'm always in the just wearing kind of darker colors, gray,
Mhm.
black, whatever. And when it's springtime, I'm like, let's put on a nice pink lip.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I definitely would say that I changed my makeup in regards to springtime. Maybe I'm more inclined to do more pink cheeks, and obviously my color scheme gets a
Yeah.
little brighter and happier.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you?
Oh yeah, I'd say springtime honestly in Hawaii is kind of like my favorite because it's away from like the colder. I hesitate saying colder to someone who's
Right,
from
right,
Canada
right.
because it's pathetic. It's like 65 degrees or whatever in the winter, but to me that's pretty cold. But it's before the hot summer months, so it's
Yeah,
kind of the perfect time. Like I'm able to like layer up a little bit instead of just wearing like shorts and a t-shirt like all the time like it is in summer. So it's kind of like the perfect time. I'd say for me, like I try to keep my overall routines pretty consistent. One of the
yeah,
challenges of living in Hawaii is you always have to have your like your beach body on and everything, and it's like you always have to be on that exercise grind, even though
right.
that like even though I am not necessarily the best at that, and I'm just like I'm just gonna go to the beach. However, I'm not gonna cave to pressure, but
That's I love that.
yeah.
That's how it should be. I'm very for that. I think yeah, beach bodies are everybody's a beach body
I
whenever.
know. I agree. And it was funny because when I first moved here and I kind of saw that, like, a little bit of that expectation, I was like, you know what? No, I just like, I don't, I'm not going to cave to that. If I want to go to the beach, if I want to go outside and everything, I'm just going to go however I go and try to be as healthy as possible, but not like care about like having to like sport this, like, it's about going and having fun. It's not about what you look
I
like.
love that. Yeah, I love that. I mean,
Yeah.
when I think about going to Hawaii, I don't think about what my body looks like. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about the tropical drinks that I will be drinking. And
Oh my gosh, you speak my language. My passion is mixology. I love making drinks, and so I'm all.
okay, can you tell me for a second before we talk about CoverGirl? I'm
For sure.
like, tell me what's your favorite tropical drink? Because when I was in Hawaii, I think I had like maybe 3 lava flows per
Oh,
day, which
oh,
is like a resort drink. It was basically a strawberry daiquiri and a pina colada mixed together.
that sounds.
And I gained like 10 pounds happily because I
That's awesome.
drank so many of those things. They were like candy. It was so good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, the drinks here are pretty bomb. Like, I'm always trying to find new things. I love so mango is kind of like my obsession. I love any drinks with mango and like mango puree. And
Mm,
you know Lili?
that sounds familiar, but I'm not
It's
going
like
to say that.
no worries. It's like a really sweet flavored fruit. You mix it with mango, and I'm a tequila person. Like that's kind of my go-to. So I love doing
Mm.
like blended mango and lilikoi drinks together. Or honestly, I always am the person who's just like I want to make a new mix as much as I possibly can. But as long as it has tequila, I'm just like I'm happy.
I love that. You can be you. I need to come visit you in Oahu, and you can
Yeah.
mix me up some drinks.
Yeah, I'm happy to make as many drinks as you want to test my abilities with the tropical drinks.
Yeah, I
But
love
yeah.
that.
Well,
Little
anyway,
side hustle. Yeah. Anyways,
getting into, I just want to say first, congratulations on being a cover girl. That's a huge accomplishment, and honestly, like the ultimate flex. Saying that you're a cover girl, that's pretty cool. Like, how does it feel? What do you think about it?
thank you. First of all, I think it's funny. It's yeah, it is a bit of a flex, and it feels almost like when I've said it in the past, like, oh, I'm doing something for shooting a CoverGirl commercial. Like inherently, it sounds a little bit like a flex to say I'm a CoverGirl, but it's something that I'm really proud of, and uh, never in a million years thought that it would actually happen. I mean, I grew up watching America's Next Top Model, and they were
Yeah,
doing the CoverGirl commercials, and I,
yeah,
my older sister and I would watch that, and we would be like, "Easy breezy, beautiful CoverGirl," like to ourselves, like just like mumbling to ourselves. And so now to actually do it is pretty surreal.
it's so cool. I love that. I mean, I love seeing like the different types of people that are able to be like featured as cover girls, especially like with your platform and the positive messages that you've spread. As I've known about you, I've seen the different like movements and the different purposes that you've supported, and I think being able to be a cover girl is like an endorsement of like all of those positive aspects of yourself, and I
Yep.
think a really good message to send out. Even what you were just talking about with like body positivity and embracing how you look no matter what and things like that. I think it's such a good message to spread with as influential as a platform as this cover girl to do it. And I think setting like raising the standards for like the next generation. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I think CoverGirl has really evolved with times, and they've stood the test of time with being all inclusive
Mm-hmm.
and really standing for beauty is for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that, and I love that I'm here talking with you about it. I think um, I really am just such a fan of what the brand stands for. And so when I was presented with the opportunity, it was like, this feels like a very organic, natural fit to
Mm-hmm.
work with a company that's very much in line with my own personal beliefs. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very, very happy and proud to be a cover girl.
That's so cool. I'm so proud of you. It's awesome. And
Oh, thank you.
speaking to that, that connection, I saw the commercial that you got to shoot for the new Lash Blast Clean Mascara, and you got to film with your dog, Milo.
I
Yeah.
know, yeah. He's a movie star now, acting like one. Yeah, so I filmed that at my actual house in my backyard in
So cool.
LA over Christmas break. Um, obviously because of COVID, we couldn't get together and do a big commercial shoot. And it was kind of like, can you shoot it in your backyard? I was like, I guess. And it was beautiful and sunny out, luckily. And I did it, I think, the day before I had to travel back to Canada. And yeah, I shot it on my phone, the phone that I'm using right now. My friend Nick helped me. Shout out to Nick. Helped me get the footage of me and Milo in my yard. Yeah, it was really. Now I'm matching my mascara today.
Yay! Oh my gosh,
It's.
sorry, yeah.
I know. I'm
Great.
like very, yeah, very on brand with the clean, fresh. Yeah. So I shot that. Took me like 30 minutes. And now when I go on YouTube and I'm looking up something, my commercial will pop up and I'm like, well, there it is, my commercial that I made in 30 minutes, which is now on national television. Kind of crazy how, like, who would have thought? That's the weirdest thing in the world. Like, something that I shot in my backyard is now on national TV. It's crazy, but
it's so cool. And I loved it because it was very like up close and personal and very like stripped away and organic feeling,
yeah.
which I think kind of matches in with the message of like the mascara and the message of the new clean line and everything. I think it matches really perfectly. And obviously with your dog, I mean, I'm a dog person, and when I was looking through your Instagram, I saw pictures, one post where just his eyes were just adorable, and you hugging him in the commercial. I thought it was just so cute, and it was very like it was nice. It was stripped away, and I think that's good too, because it felt, you know, like I think there is a beauty to that. One of the reasons I love like creating content and YouTube and stuff like that is that it feels very natural. It feels like you're hanging out with a friend, and I feel like that's kind of what the message was, which I thought was awesome.
Thank you. I mean, Milo was trying to make an appearance. Come here, Mike.
Oh yeah, it's good to see you.
Well, he always
Oh
he always wants to make an appearance in my Instagrams, in my life. Can you say hi?
Hi. Hello.
He's too cute.
I'm obsessed with the brows.
I know. He's got the brows. He's got the CoverGirl brows. You got something in your brow, my friend. My guy, you've got some fuzz in your brow. Okay, okay, bye.
So cute. Hi, Milo.
I'm just gonna chill here for a second.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, lost my train of thought because yes, I'm a dog person as well.
No, yeah, I totally love them, and I love that he got his little like promo, his little moment to shine.
He did, and you know what? It's definitely, you'll just see the top of his head for the for the rest of this.
Not complaining.
It felt organic to honestly involve him in the commercial because one, he's like my little shadow and follows me absolutely everywhere, but also because we're promoting a clean brand, a clean mascara, and vegan. It's vegan. It's friendly towards the environment and to animals. Never tested on animals, and so yeah, it was just kind of organic for him to be in it. But I'm super proud to promote a line that is clean. I think that is such. It's just the way of the future, and I think CoverGirl is paving the way for other drugstore beauty brands and other massive accessible beauty brands to go clean. I think it's just it's what we're going to need to do for the sake of our planet. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I'm a very picky eater, so my diet, I cannot be a vegan through my diet, which is unfortunate. I would love to be vegan, but I just can't. So the fact that I can use clean beauty is really amazing, and the fact that it's so accessible to everyone. Yeah. Having a clean brand that someone can go pick up at the drugstore is really, I think it's I don't know, I just think it's a wonderful thing, and hopefully will be spread to the masses sooner rather than later, because it's definitely the way of the future.
Yeah, so one of the aspects I love about clean beauty, and the reason why I continue to support the message of clean beauty, is that it's helping to kind of like raise standards for different elements within the way cosmetic companies run. And by no means is the clean beauty movement perfect, but I think it points out some really critical things like sustainability. Like I
Yeah.
love that it brought about awareness of ingredients and
Yeah.
overall just a push for more mindfulness. And that's why I celebrate when companies are making steps to be more mindful about what ingredients that they're using and how it's processed, how those ingredients, the environmental impact of those ingredients. I'd love to know like what clean beauty means to you personally and how it kind of, I mean, you explained the aspects of why you love CoverGirl and the clean beauty aspects of that, but what do you really think it means to you?
I think clean beauty to me is when I first heard clean beauty, I was like, okay, so vegan and also not being stuffed with the extra added chemicals and sulfates and parabens and talc and whatever. All the list goes on, and I've definitely in the past few years been very mindful of the ingredients of everything that I use on my face. I'm a big, because I've struggled with my skin for a long time, so I've always kind of stayed away from fragrances on my foundations and stuff like that, and any skincare that has or that promotes actually helping your skin. So for example, I used this obviously to do my makeup today, the Clean Fresh. It has
Yes.
it has aloe extract and coconut milk. Not only does that just sound beautiful and tropical, but it also just, I mean, it's good for your skin. And I actually mix, I'm a big fan of mixing, so I mixed two shades together. I did light
Oh, okay.
medium and fair light, mixed them together. My skin tone is always usually kind of like in between. I have all different colors on my skin. So, uh, so anyways, I mix them to, yes, it feels very light on my skin. And I also feel like I'm not a big foundation wearer in general. So when I do wear face makeup, knowing that it has really good ingredients and I'm not, plastering some chemicals that I can't understand on my face it's very comforting for me. Because I'm so acne prone, I don't like to cake anything on. So, taking a beauty blender and putting this all over, I feel safe and comfortable doing that. I know at the end of the day, if I'm wearing this all day, I'm not gonna wipe my face off and the next day have a bunch of new acne on. So I guess in a long-winded sort of way, clean beauty to me is honestly feeling safe putting this on my face. My face is it's how I was just talking to a friend earlier this morning. I was saying that when I have a breakout, and when I break out, I struggle really bad mentally. It's sort of a body dysmorphia with acne specifically, and especially with cystic acne. The rest of my skin will be totally fine, but then I have the biggest, most painful cyst on my face, and it really ruins my confidence a lot of times, and especially having to be in front of a camera. I've had to shoot on Riverdale with a cyst in the middle of my forehead, which is already makes me just want to hide, and then I have to go in front of a camera. It's the worst. So having a product that I know isn't going to further irritate my skin is so important. I would rather wear no makeup at all than wear and cover a zit with something that I know could possibly irritate it. So knowing that I can use these products and the concealer especially, kind of slather it on there, whatever I need to put it on, and it's not going to make the problem worse. That's great. That's clean beauty to me. That's what's so important.
That's cool. I mean, I always love hearing everyone's like personal like definition of what clean beauty means to them, because it has a different meaning to everyone. Thank you for being like open about the struggle. I think it's ridiculous to like perfect skin is such a ridiculous concept because it's a constant that no one can accomplish, because we all will struggle with blemishes or breakouts or cystic acne at some point. And I think thank you for being open about that, because we shouldn't expect that to be just the constant all the time. I mean, one of the good things about the the foundation you mentioned, I'm always on the lookout for like what good ingredients there are. And that one actually has niacinamide, which pretty high up on the ingredient list, which is one of my favorite ingredients for like reducing sensitivity and redness. It also helps with breakouts to reduce sebum control and everything. It fades the dark spots after you have a breakout. Yep. So it's a really good ingredient to incorporate, especially if you are struggling. I recommend it all the time to people who are struggling with breakouts. And even with a mascara, looking at the ingredients, it has like, I believe argan oil and oil, which are really great for conditioning like hair, but also just for the skin in general as well. And I think that's one thing I really like about what Clean Beauty has done is push for just more awareness about what the ingredients are. I'll be honest, if I hadn't discovered Clean Beauty, I don't think I would have been as like pay attention to the ingredients. What good ingredients are there? What ingredients I want to avoid? And I don't think that was as common as a concept before, which is one way I really celebrate it. And I with makeup, sometimes I wear makeup, sometimes I don't wear makeup. I usually just rock the just skincare.
The natural,
I try to do that as much as I can, but every once in a while I'll do like a tinted moisturizer, sometimes foundation and stuff like that. And I always like to be aware, or even when I've been on shoots or different things like that, and there is some level of makeup involved. I always like to be aware of like what is being used, and I always like to find makeup products that do have good ingredients in them, because it's kind of like, why not? And particularly with the foundation, I was like, oh, niacinamide. I swear, every time I see that ingredient, I'm just like, that's the product I'm going after.
Well, so I mean, it's funny, and like you said, it just has Clean Beauty has brought awareness to. It's kind of like, well, if this is clean, then what the hell is everything else? Like, what am I actually putting on my face if it's not clean? And I think that's a great point, and it just brings awareness to the products that we're actually using, and because makeup is such a way to express yourself. I don't want to feel like I can't wear it because my skin's breaking out. So yes to everything. And I don't know what ingredient you just said. What is it?
No, it's niacinamide. Yeah,
niacinamide. I see it right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like I constantly preach that one. But I love hearing your personal like philosophy for Clean Beauty, because I think it's and how it kind of aligns with CoverGirl and your partnership with them, because you obviously want to be working with a company that embodies, all of your personal philosophies and principles when it comes to like what you want out of cosmetics. Which on that line too, because I saw the commercial with the new mascara, what do you like about that one? Because when I saw it, I was like, oh, argan oil, marula oil, I like those ingredients. But what do you personally like about it?
I mean, I love those ingredients too, and I think it's so pretty. I also am a big fan of the brush. I'm using the black brown one. I feel like I stay away from pure black mascaras just because I don't know, I have green eyes, and I think using a brown mascara it just seems maybe more natural in my eyes. But the brush itself is a really let me do this like little like influencer thing. My hands are so gross. Don't look at them. I say to like 20,000 people watching. Anyway, the brush is a really good brush. It doesn't get all gross and clumpy. I've never had any clumps with this brush. I don't have to. Good. I don't have to go like this and get all the crap off. It doesn't clump like that. It's a really nice brush, and that's always been kind of a game changer for me. And also I feel like I can layer this. When I shot the commercial in my backyard, I had to like apply it a million times, and it actually looked really good the more I applied it. So I kept having to do like layers with all the shots I was doing, and it actually ended up my lashes looked bomb and thick and long, and they didn't look spidery. So I feel like you can layer this, and it looks really good. And I feel like that's what I tend to do anyways. I kind of do a base coat, let it dry for a couple minutes, and then add some more, and it ends up making them look a lot fuller. So definitely appreciate that about this mascara.
Oh, good. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, congratulations on everything with the mascara launch, with CoverGirl, with all that stuff. Just, it's a huge accomplishment
Thank you.
And for speaking to like your personal philosophy again. I just love hearing everyone's like, what do you approach cosmetics and skincare and makeup with? What's your philosophy? What do you like to look for? What don't you like to look for? Because I think hearing
Yeah.
other people's views and opinions just kind of helps to like help us all to learn and be more aware and be able to personally figure out like what you want to look for and what you don't want to look for.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. I mean, I know we're at the closing time. I just want to ask real quick,
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
your skin type? Because I wanna help with the
Cystic.
cystic.
I want to know, like, first of all, tell me what do you recommend for cystic acne? Like, is there a specific product that you feel like is a go-to? I feel like I use and I'm drawn to benzoyl peroxide, like as
Yeah.
spot treatments on my spots because it helps dry them up. But also, there's a product that I use which is kind of hydrating, which kind of helps get the pimple to the surface. So yeah, like what do you kind of recommend
Yeah.
or use for cystic breakouts?
Yeah, definitely. So I recommend niacinamide first and foremost, like what I was talking about, because it'll reduce that sensitivity, but also help to it helps the barrier support of the skin. And when your skin is broken, you have, and you are struggling with all of that, your skin needs to be repaired. So niacinamide is a great ingredient for barrier support. Benzoyl peroxide is also great. If you don't like it in a spot treatment, you can use it in a cleanser. And I recommend this kind of like either or. Salicylic acid is also great too, depending on your skin type. But overall, make sure that you're really using products that boost the moisture and hydration of your skin. That's like the primary thing, because I think a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I'm breaking out. I need to just like strip my skin. And that's not the case at all. You really want to focus on that. But overall, I'd say like, and I always just say this in all my videos, but just niacinamide is an amazing ingredient to use. So I'm glad you're incorporating it.
Any specific spot treatments that you recommend?
Ooh, let's see.
Putting you on the spot.
Yes, I personally love the Paula's Choice 2% BHA solution.
Okay.
It's a more like liquid toner form, but when you use it on spot or all over the face, it's amazing. It's like the amount of times I've recommended it and people are like, this blew me away. It's really, really good. But again, if you struggle with like dryness, make sure you're really like using products that boost, the moisture in your skin, because it can be a little bit drying. But I'd say I'd recommend that. And I mean, the good thing about like the at least the makeup products they're using is that they're really hydrating and moisturizing. So that's the good part. You're not using products that like are really, for at least from what I know, are really like stripping the skin. So that's not exactly like a good thing. But that's probably what I'd recommend.
Yeah, I mean, I deal with hydration problems in general. I think my skin type is, I don't really have oily skin. I'm more dry. And so I deal with, constantly trying to protect my moisture barrier, which is a term I heard from my skincare guru, fairy godmother, Renee Rouleau. She has her own line. I use her line a lot, and she kind of taught me about the moisture barrier and how vital it is to protect that when doing your skincare regime. And so yeah, I mean, I think I'm honestly about to go get a facial because it's been a while.
Oh, okay.
And hopefully they can help me out with this blurred thing that's right next to my mole. Also, I'm like, oh, it's just another mole.
Honestly, I didn't even notice it when you came on. I didn't notice it until you pointed it out. So don't.
Isn't that always the case? No, I mean it's there and it's living its best life, and it's it's gonna go away hopefully any day now. But yeah, I'm gonna go get a facial, and I always kind of get facials to help with hydration because my skin is also being in the kind of cold weather, and it's also super windy out, so my skin is like being attacked. But I definitely am like a hydration kind of girl.
Good. Well, I'm sure that facial will help, and just keep up. I'd say more than anything, the ingredient mindfulness. Knowing what you want out of products and ingredients. I think honestly that's the most important thing, because a lot of people just approach skincare or cosmetics just like, I don't know, I'll just try this out. And with ingredient mindfulness and what we were talking about earlier, I think that's where you can really take control of like really owning your skincare and your makeup and just overall your cosmetics regimen and just really helping your skin. So keep that up. Like Good for you. But I just want to say thank you. I really don't want to take you down. I don't want to take away from your facial. Thank you so much for talking and chatting. It's so fun to just connect and talk about all of this. And I could talk about cosmetics all day. So this
I could too. I honestly could too. I could talk about acne and also CoverGirl all day. But yes, I must go and get my face, treated. But thank you so much for hopping on to do this. And I wish I could come visit you in Hawaii, maybe when the world is, normal again.
Yeah.
We can drink some tropical drinks and wear CoverGirl on the beach.
Yeah.
But until then, thank you again so much.
Of
and
course.
Go enjoy the sunshine.
Thank you. And go enjoy your facial. Thank you again.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
talking, Lili.
Yeah.
Bye.